It is Cook in Our Kitchen Week on the Hampton Road Show. Today we are making a firehouse favorite. Fireman Anthony Markin is the first of 5 Hampton Road Show viewers who've been chosen to cook in our kitchen this week, and he's going to be making this wonderful Stromboli. Welcome. Yes. And congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, you've already been here cooking a little bit. I have to say, it smells wonderful here in the kitchen. First, let's go over the ingredients. And you know what? I'm going to get behind you and actually turn on your microphone. So hold on just a second, because we want to be able to hear what you have to say. And actually, his microphone is on, so let's see if maybe we can hear you through my microphone.
All right, let's
tell us what ingredients you've brought here today.
This is for our dough, which we start out with a basic pizza dough recipe, which is just flour, a little bit of olive oil, sugar, a package of yeast, and a little bit of salt for your flour. And a cup of warm water to activate the yeast. It's fairly simple. A lot of people get, intimidated by making dough, and I was at first. When I first came to the firehouse, I couldn't cook anything.
So wait, you became a fireman, and you were not a cook, if you would say, like a home cook.
No, actually, a funny story. Me and the guy that I came with actually burned noodles one day.
Burned noodles?
I didn't know that was possible.
Did you do that in the firehouse?
Yes.
Oh,
it wasn't a good meal. It was not a good meal. But after that, I decided I needed to learn how to cook, so I went ahead, watched Food Network constantly. And
go on. And that was your inspiration. And how did you then become, though, one of the firehouse cooks?
Just made a few recipes, and there's another guy there. His name is Mike, if he's watching. Hello.
Hello.
He also does a lot of the cooking also, so we kind of take turns doing
tag team.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, who are the firefighters who are your buddies?
They're Station 15 off of Bells Mill Road in Chesapeake.
Okay.
So if you're watching, hello, fellas.
All right, so we're going to start cooking, actually. You said we're going to start with the dough first.
Yes, ma'am.
For the Stromboli.
All right. So first, you need a cup of water.
Mm-hmm.
Just put the water in like so, which I already have measured out here.
All right. And this recipe will also be at thehamptonroadshow.com.
Okay.
So no need to write everything down.
No. And then you need 1 tablespoon of olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
Just measured out like so.
All right.
Put that in there.
Now, how did this recipe come about?
This was one, I actually found the dough recipe on the internet and kind of messed with it and made it my own.
Yeah, you didn't mess with it, you made it better.
I did make it better, yes. I didn't mess with it, you're right. Then you need 1 teaspoon of sugar.
Okay.
Get that in there, measure that
And I imagine this is something you make at the firehouse.
Yes, I make it at home too.
All right. And what was that? That's a little
just
bit
sugar.
of sugar?
Yes. Okay. Go ahead and put the yeast in, just like that. And there you have it. And this needs to sit for 5 minutes, but since we're on TV, we'll pretend like it set for 5 minutes.
You don't need to pretend. Do you need to dissolve things? So, you need to be mixed pretty well.
You let it just like this until it gets foamy, about 5 minutes, let it sit.
Okay. So, are you stirring the whole time?
Nope.
No,
just leave it like that
so
for 5
leave
minutes.
there, and then it'll rise or
yes,
something.
and I have some pre-made, so we'll just go through doing this. Okay. So after you wait your 5 minutes, this will be foamy and ready to roll. You measure out 1.5 cups of flour.
All right.
And 1 teaspoon of salt.
Okay, so that's what's on top.
Yes,
how well
yes,
you
and
can see
then let's go ahead and dump it in. And if you want to get all dirty.
All right, wait, I'm going to get my gloves here and just start kneading the dough.
Yeah, just start incorporating all that in there. You should get a nice, it should still be, be real sticky.
Okay. All right, let me go ahead and start this. And in the meantime, you've done this already, so you kind of you've done the whole thing already, so we've got that coming up. But what kind? It's kind of a gooey consistency here.
Yeah, just keep stirring like that, and you'll get it. And then we add another 1.5 cups of flour, about 1/4 cup at a time, or I just kind of throw it in there. It's not really precise by any means.
Well, I imagine also you make quite a bit more.
Yeah. Well, this recipe calls for 2 Strombolis. The dough, when it rises, you'll punch it down, make 2 Strombolis out of it.
But it's important to do it in stages as far as the flour.
The
okay. So does this look okay?
Keep going a little bit more.
The answer's no.
All right, now I'll throw some more in there.
All right. And keep
incorporating it till it all gets in there.
All right. This is kind of messy.
Well, the fun part, we get to make a mess all over the counter.
It's okay. It's okay. We're going to, I think we're getting the wrap sign. So I'm sure this is not. No?
You're not done yet.
I'm not done yet. All right. How about, why don't we bring out the finished one, just to show what folks can expect to get when they're completely finished.
There we go.
Look at that right there.
All right, there you go. That's the finished product.
That is the finished product after putting the flour in stages.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to bring in Chef Bob coming up in the next segment and fill this Stromboli with lots of good stuff. That'll come up next with Tony. Guys. Back in the Hampton Roadshow kitchen. It is Cook in Our Kitchen Week, and we're making a firehouse favorite today with fireman Anthony Markin. We're making Stromboli. Chef Bob from Farm Fresh is here to make sure everything goes okay.
Oh, it's doing awesome.
He is doing great.
Right.
Me, on the other hand, I'm probably not going to be making dough anytime soon.
We'll work on that a little bit.
I know. You said it takes a little bit more time than we have right this minute, though. So this is what you've done already with the dough.
What you do is when you get it out of the bowl, you punch it down, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Score it, rip it in half, make 2 portions of it, 2 equal pieces. Stick it here, just roll it out to the size desired, whatever you're going to fill it with. Since we're making it for a few people, we'll make it a little bigger.
I like it.
Just take your rolling pin. Make sure you put some flour on it so the dough doesn't stick to it.
Right on the surface, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And after that, you're ready for your filling. I got some Italian sausage that I'd already cooked up, but prior to that, we use. I like to use the sausage in the casings here. And what you do is you just take it, slice it right down there like that.
Yeah. Then you pull off the casing.
You pull off the casing, just like that. It's kind of nasty.
It's all right.
And
I
then,
get you some gloves.
You just throw it in the pan there, break it up.
And I know you already cooked some already, but did you have oil in there originally? No, probably not. Okay. Now, how long did it take for you to do the dough? When you have the time.
The dough takes between an hour and a half to 2 hours to rise. I use at the firehouse. They have regular yeast and fast rise yeast. And when I'm at the firehouse, I'll use the fast rise yeast because it takes a little bit less time. Now, if I have the time, I'll let it rise for 2 hours, even though it is the fast rise.
Right.
And let it, take its course.
Right, because it tastes better.
Yeah.
Chef Bob, what is your take on that? The fast rising versus just the normal yeast?
Well, I guess I generally, if you have the time restraints, but if you have the time, I think the regular yeast kind of gives it a little bit more yeasty flavor, and so I generally would go with that. And a lot of the time, make that dough ahead of time in the morning or the night before.
If you can. Although probably, with you guys, time is of the essence.
Yes, it's not very fun to get a call in the middle of making your meal.
No. Okay, so we've got this all rolled out.
Yes.
And I know you've already, I'm cooking this for another Stromboli you're making for everybody here in the studio, but you've already cooked that
I've already cooked some up.
And what else is in there?
This is just hot Italian sausage. And over here, this is the rest of our fillings. We got some deli sliced pepperoni, salami, provolone cheese, and some sliced up ham. We also have some mozzarella cheese, green peppers and onions.
Cooked together.
And some olives over there.
Okay.
We'll also throw some minced garlic on there and some Italian seasoning.
Well, let's start stuffing.
Let's just start putting it together.
What do you do first? The cheeses?
I take the cheese. Now, I used to put the meat on first, and then when I tried to pick it up, it wasn't pretty. So
trial and error, right?
Yeah.
That's what you do in the kitchen.
So I take about 5 slices of cheese, put on there.
Okay. That's a lot of cheese.
And I'll do the same with the salami and the pepperoni.
Okay.
And like I said, normally this recipe calls for 2, so I buy 10 slices of each from the deli.
Okay.
And it's really not all that bad as far as price and everything goes.
Right. Feeding a lot of people, it probably does that too. A lot of hungry people too.
It can get expensive. I'm not the best shopper in town, so I just kind of grab and go.
So you're not shopping the sales, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So I'll take the sausage mixture and put it on there, just like so.
So it's a little spicy, would you say?
A little bit, I've made different things too. This is not the only thing you can put in here. I've made grilled chicken and spinach. I've done a dessert one. I've done a few other things as well. I'm trying to think of the last one that I made was really good. Oh, and sometimes just a ham and cheese one. Just for plain.
Yeah, just without the sausage and everything else.
Yeah, one of the guys at the firehouse likes it that way, so I'll make one special for him.
Aww. So you've got the ham going on there, and is that Black Forest? Is that what you said?
I believe so. Chef Bob picked that out for me. So.
Go on, Chef Bob. I know it's good. I know it. And then the garlic on top.
Go ahead and take some garlic. Just kind of sprinkle it around. Like
it smells really good. I am going to help you if I can.
All right.
Do you need the cheese?
Yes, I do, actually. Forgot I had all that stuff, too.
You do. You have a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff.
Chef Bob did a good job bringing a lot of things
ingredients.
for you. Because I want to see you roll it up if we can. We're kind of running out of time, but I want to see how you kind of put everything together.
Just throw some olives on there.
Now, at the firehouse, are people like looking over your shoulder? Like, when are you going to be done? When can we eat? That
If I'm taking too long, yes. But not normally. We
Give you time to work.
We always eat about 5 o'clock, and I try to cook accordingly to that. If we get a call, then everybody understands. So we'll just throw some cheese on there.
Okay.
Never have too much cheese.
No, that's for sure.
Pretty much how you roll it up is just pick it up off the counter.
Okay.
So sometimes
does it ever break?
Yes.
Okay.
Quite frequently, actually.
Alrighty. You're just hoping it doesn't do that
yes.
now.
And then what I have here is an egg wash, which is 1 egg with a tablespoon of water, beaten, and then you take that, just brush the insides.
Okay. Like an envelope.
Yep.
Just kind of
seals it up for you.
Yeah.
And over there, Chef Bob has my greased pan. So once I get this all wrapped up.
Yeah. You got it. I think you got it. So then this goes in the oven for how long and under what temperature?
It goes on there 375 for about 20 minutes. Just keep an eye on it.
Okay.
And, it'll cook. And hold on 1 second. Let me grab, what you want to do is take the egg wash again.
Oh, and put it on top.
Brush it again.
Okay. You have done a great job. This looks delicious. We're going to put it in the oven, and it will be done in our next cooking segment.
All right.
All right. Thank you. We are finishing up our firehouse favorite Stromboli, made by fireman Anthony Markin. It's all done. It looks great.
Yep. Let's just cut into it and see what it looks like.
It was in the oven for how long and under what degree of heat?
We cook it at 375 for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And like I said, just keep an eye on it. And make sure
pretty much all the innards were cooked.
Yeah, so it's just pretty much just pretty much heating it all up. So let's just cut into it and see what we got.
See how you did, huh?
Let's see. I just use a bread knife. I probably shouldn't be cutting on the pan, but it's all right.
No one is going to say anything until the show is over, right?
All right. And there you go. Those are the insides right there.
That looks really good.
And how we normally serve this up, just cut little slices out like that.
Okay.
Now, normally at the firehouse, I'll make 6 of these things.
6? Yeah. I was going to say probably more than 6. You're probably being.
And we serve it with a little dipping sauce. You can spread that on top of there.
And what's in there?
That's just a regular canned tomato sauce.
Oh, okay.
You can, and I've done a scratch one before, but sometimes it takes too much time.
Yeah. Now we should say Anthony is the first home cook. Is that okay if we call him a home cook? Yeah, the first one for this week, for our Cook in Our Kitchen week. And Chef Bob was one of the judges for the entire week.
Oh, and we had
winners.
We had a great response. We had over 60 entries, and Tony, gotta say, you gotta feel proud, and the guys at the firehouse should feel proud of you. And you stepped up and you brought your game here. But it was. We had a lot of great recipes out there. It was really hard to choose. But,
I bet
think we narrowed it down to the top 5, and we'll be seeing them all week long.
Yeah, so we've got the Stromboli today, and then what other recipes will we
let's see. I believe tomorrow we have a crayfish etouffee, and I tried to make that back in the early winter, but it was. We'll really see how it's supposed to be done. With some people from New Orleans, and and then I think we have one that's a very kind of unique dish. It's a Mediterranean dish. It's asparagus, but as ram lapped and bacon for the buzzers on there. That's going to be awesome. We have award-winning chocolate chip cookies coming in. And then we have actually pan-seared scallops with a pumpkin risotto. And I think that's on Friday.
Yeah.
They're all awesome.
There's some really good home cooks out there, and some folks who may want to consider a career in cooking. So we slice this up.
Yep.
If it's okay, Tony, we're going to try this out.
All right.
Coming up later on.
All right.
So, as far as cooking at the firehouse, I imagine that when you do so, I mean, it is a big deal, and like holidays are a big deal too, because unfortunately you have to work on the holidays as well.
Yes, and for the past 2 Christmases and I think last Thanksgiving we worked. We usually just have our families over and we'll cook. Actually, last year we did an Italian-themed Christmas, and I made the Strombolis, and another buddy of mine made some lasagna and different types of things, and we had all the families over, and if we get a call, they still hang out, and we'll come back shortly.
You have your celebration. Well, we thank you for hanging out with us today and cooking in our kitchen. We appreciate it.